Welcome everyone to a new season of Out of Left Field. I'm Ken Kara and I thank you for your time today. Pittston native and Harlem Globetrotter Mia Hopkins can do some incredible things on a basketball court, but it's possible that her best move is helping others realize their potential. Mia Hopkins fought her way from a star basketball player at the Pittston area high school to a roster spot with the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. She's seen the sights all over the world and met a lot of cool people, but no matter where she goes, the 570 stays close to her heart.
I'm super proud of this area. I love this area. This is my roots, and I keep my city on my back. I love my city more than anything, and I think everybody knows that, and I just want to make my city proud, and I want to be able to help my city and elevate my city.
Were you ever in France or something and you're having a good meal and you're like, well, let me tell you about the tomato festival, all right?
Always. I'm always like, I'm from the tomato capital of the world, and usually I get some chuckles, but I'm serious.
Sometimes when I do research for a story, I'll see something or I'll be like, wow, this might be my, I don't say basis for the story, maybe the soul of the story. And I saw a photo of you. You're standing in the middle of the Pittston area school district logo with your Globetrotters uniform on. You have sunglasses, you're spinning a basketball, and I thought, how cool that must feel. Have you reflected on this? When you look at that photo, what do you think of?
On top of the world.
Yeah, that's
literally on top of the world.
Mia Hopkins just got back into northeastern Pennsylvania last night. Being back home doesn't mean she's going to take it easy and sleep in.
Me and Liliana here, we're shooting at 6 o'clock this morning.
Really?
Yeah, Pittston YMCA.
Liliana Henze is a sophomore on the Pittston area high school girls basketball team.
I went to a camp one time, and then that was like 2 years ago maybe, and then after that, she just wanted to work out together, so we've been working out ever since.
A lot of words I heard to describe her today were fearless and that on the court. Now, you didn't want to do an interview, and she was like, come on, you got this. How much does she inspire, kind of like, all right, I'll get out of my comfort zone a little bit and maybe try something?
Well, she really just pushes you to do things that you're not comfortable with.
Is that a good thing to kind of, adjust?
Yeah, it really helps.
Hopkins had to leave at least part of her comfort zone when she went overseas to play basketball after college. She played in the Czech Republic, Ireland, and Greece. According to Hopkins' website, she was playing for her dream team in Athens when tendinitis in her Achilles took her out of the game and back to the United States, but she wasn't ready to give up on her basketball dream. The Marion Phillies are back-to-back District 11 champions. They have a lot of talent returning, but they did lose a number of senior leaders. Head coach Damian Fritz says you win in the summer, and on a sweltering August day in hometown, his team is ready for camp. The Phillies are joined by a number of younger players and an instructor from up north in Luzerne County who knows a thing or two about success at the high school level. Mia Hopkins scored over 1,500 points and had over 1,000 rebounds in high school. She was the first Division I scholarship player to come out of Pittston area high school.
Her energy, her enthusiasm for the game is really great. She's a great teacher. I thought she interacted extremely well. She loves the game of basketball, and her story is a great story of perseverance, recovering from injury, and never being satisfied with where the path was leading her. She has a goal, she has a dream, and she's continuing to fight for it, even though she was faced with some adversity throughout her life. I think it's a great story. And when you look at how she teaches and how she interacts with the girls, it doesn't surprise me why they love today.
Hopkins bounces from one group to another, chatting, playing, and watching. She can't contain her excitement for the game. If you didn't know she was a Harlem Globetrotter, you'd think she was just one of the Phillies. But everyone here knows she's a Globetrotter, and almost everyone here knows the story of how she got there.
Yes, I have heard of Mia. She's a very, very, very good person to work with because her work ethic is like on top. Like, it's really, really good. And it's like crazy how someone can change people's lives just from her backstory. And it's like, I like it. And this camp was amazing for especially the younger girls too. And I liked it as well.
It's an inspiring story, and it's very motivating, and because you don't meet a lot of people who want to really truly achieve their goals and reach whatever they want to. So it's, when you do meet someone like that and you know someone, it like makes you feel something inside, I would say.
Hopkins was at the WNBA Combine in 2021, but she didn't have a good day. She ended up in the Independent Professional Women's Basketball League playing with the San Antonio Surge. While with the Surge, she dislodged her shooting arm and suffered a labrum tear. Once again, her basketball career was thrown off track, but she didn't give up. A former AAU coach got her a tryout with the Harlem Globetrotters. Even though she wasn't 100% healthy, Hopkins showed off her physical and mental toughness and made one of the most famous basketball teams on the planet.
So when I was in high school, I kind of started getting wind of, like meditation and things like that. I didn't know the degree of it. I would just do it. And then once I graduated college, that's kind of when I started more on the spiritual side of the journey and really diving into who I am, like just diving into that whole realm that isn't really talked about, necessarily on this level of consciousness.
Without those skills you developed in college, do you think you would have had the strength in that to go through what you went through to get to where you are right now?
No, I was saying earlier, everything you go through prepares you for the next level. So you might not understand it in the moment, but it's preparing you to become the person that you were always meant to be.
Hopkins has been all over the world helping kids with dribbling, shooting, and maybe, most importantly,
1, 2, 3. Great job, lady.
Mia taught me how to have more confidence in yourself while you're playing, and even on one-on-one, to not be afraid of going into the basket.
What did you take away from today?
That our mental game needs to be on point all the time, and we need to have confidence. If we miss a shot, we can't get down on ourselves, and we have to be prepared to shoot that shot again and say we can make it.
There's a lot to Hopkins' story. I didn't even mention that she started a clothing line called Star Mia at one point, but you can boil her entire story down into one simple phrase.
When I was actually leaving my last team overseas in Greece, I was kind of going through an injury, and I was trying to figure out what my next step was, and then the clothing line thing happened. It just came into my head, and it took me a while to kind of get the name and the slogan and what it stands for, my why. That's what everyone says, you need a why. You need a why behind your brand, and my why is unveil the truth, which means to uncover any limitations that are standing in the way of you and your true potential, which is infinite.
Mia Hopkins fought hard to keep playing the sport she loves. She's on top of the world, and she doesn't mind holding up members of the next generation so they can get a view of what they can have if they work hard and unveil the truth in their lives.